I want to share with you some thoughts I've been having lately about modern women and their appreciation for men, or I should say their lack of appreciation for men. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is to build you up a little bit and try to make you understand how powerful you really are. So one of the things, and the biggest thing that really comes to mind when I say that women don't really understand a man's struggles or don't appreciate men enough, is really the idea behind rejection, okay? So this is how it works in society. Men are the ones that have to go and approach women. They are the ones that have to assert themselves. They are the ones that have to start conversation. They are the ones expected to ask the girl out, and they're expected because this is what women want. So I'm not complaining about that fact. In fact, that is what I teach here on the channel. I'm teaching you to be able to be confident enough to be able to go up to women, start conversation, and assert yourself and be proactive in the dating process so you can build traction and have the dating life that you want, right? However, because this is the case, men have to go out and get rejected over and over and over again. And the problem is that I don't think that women these days really understand that struggle. I think right now there's so much discussion on what men are doing wrong. And I get it. There are a few guys out there, a few really terrible men who've done some terrible things in Hollywood and other areas. But I think that has created some sort of bias against men because we're only hearing about all the bad things about them when we don't hear enough good things about them, and then we don't understand, or at least I should say women are not understanding the struggles that we go through and what we have to do to be able to make ourselves more attractive and put ourselves out there. And like I said, go through this whole rejection that most women will never have to go through. And so I remember I was talking about this on a TikTok, and then there were some females commenting on my TikTok and saying, okay, yeah, well, men don't have to go through, women having to get led on by men. So a lot of women get led on by men and then crush them. And you know what? I get it. I understand that does happen, but let me tell you something. That also happens to men. So now men are getting led on, and they still have to suffer going through all that rejection because a woman won't put herself out there. Again, I'm not complaining about this because this is the situation. Like, this is what has to happen. And I'm not trying to have a fight about who has it worse. All I'm saying is men have it hard, and I don't think that women appreciate that enough. Now, again, I'm only talking about this in the dating, attraction, and love space. I'm not talking about this when it comes to equal opportunities in employment or anything like that. I'm just talking about in the dating world. And I have to say, and I will fight tooth and nail to say that men absolutely have it harder. Okay, again, not complaining here. I'm just stating reality, stating facts. Okay, and you know that. You're a man, you're watching this, you understand that. But I'm stating these facts for the reason to say that I believe that you, my friend, have to be proud of yourself for what you have to go through as a man in the dating world. I even, I think it was a Chris Rock video that I saw where he says that children, women, and animals are loved unconditionally, but men, they have to prove themselves. And I don't know how much truth there is to that, but there's definitely a little bit of truth that hit me somewhere. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, that seems right. It's like, even watch the movie Titanic, and it's like women and children first. It's just like, okay, I'm not saying that they're worse than men, right? I'm saying here that feels like men are disregarded in that way. Like, a man is not special unless he has to prove himself. But I'm telling you, my friend, you are special, you are awesome, and the things that you have to put up with when it comes to the dating game, it's not easy. So be proud of yourself. Make this video, give yourself a little bit of boost of self-esteem if you are that guy who's going out there, putting himself out there and trying to make something of himself, trying to get the best that he can in the world with whatever it is you're trying to do, and of course especially with the dating game. Be proud of yourself because this isn't easy. But also, I don't want you to be on the other end of the spectrum where you're complaining so much that you go to MGTOW, men going their own way, who just say, I'm defeated, this is too hard, I'm not going to do it. That is the weak loser mentality. You are not a loser. You are a winner because you still want what's best for yourself. You're not going to drown yourself in sorrow. You're not going to drown yourself in this just being miserable all the time and complaining all the time, which I know this video sounds like it's a big complaint, but really it's supposed to be the opposite, to build you up, to not knock you down. I want you to share this with some friends who might need this, because this is something that is important to remember, that you are a man and you're doing good things in the world. And I'm talking to those guys out there who are good men, who are decent human beings, who are just trying to get another woman that he wants, that he's attracted to, and do good things on this earth. So don't let anyone bring you down, even though right now it's a little bit tough in this world to be a guy. I've said my piece. I want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Press that like button if this resonated with you, if this was motivational to you. Let me hear your thoughts and your comments. I'll talk to you there.